And because we don't, the best way to drown out your personal conflicts with yourself is to find somebody else to dump them onto. And a lot of us start dating for the pure goal of giving somebody else the responsibility to do what we can't do for ourselves. Make us happy. When I hear women say, I just want to find, okay, I need that fan off me. Where's it coming from? Okay, I need to move that back. I got the Marcus Garvey disease. It's called bronchitis. Anybody here suffering from bronchitis? Too much wind hit them lungs, and the next thing you know, you wheezing. And as an orator, I can't afford to wheeze. I'm good now. When I hear women say, I want to find a man who's going to make me happy, I say, sweetie, he don't exist. When I hear men say, I want to find a woman who could just give me peace of mind, brother, she don't exist. You're trying to get from something outside of you, something that can only come from the inside. You are responsible for your own happiness. How dare you give it to somebody else? But because you ain't been able to make yourself happy, you would have taken your dirty emotional laundry and put it on somebody else's steps and invade their peace of mind so they can give you yours. Ain't that crazy? I'm going to disturb your peace of mind so you can give me mine. And y'all laughing because y'all guilty as hell. Number 2, security. This is a big one. Unmet needs from childhood. Everybody in this room, black, white, rich, poor, male, female, have a need for 4 things from your parents. Some of us got it from our mom and our dad. Some of us only got it from mom. Some of us only got it from dad. Some of us ain't get it from either mom or dad. What are these 4 most critical emotional fulfillments that our parents are responsible for giving us? If they don't give them to you, that puts you at risk for one of the psychopathic dating personalities, such as in ladies being a hopeless romantic, falling in love with every man you meet within 2 minutes. We're going to talk about y'all, but we're going to talk about the brothers too. Become a domestic abuser, trying to punish every woman you date for the disappointments your mama made you. And some of you women think you so special that a man who don't like his mother, you're going to make him like you though. Failing to realize that his relationship with his mother is a blueprint, and her relationship with her daddy is a blueprint. And if they don't like that original love affair with mom, or if she don't like that original love affair with dad, they ain't going to have one with you for long. Because sooner or later, you're going to objectify to the punishing dad. Sooner or later, you're going to objectify to the punishing mother. Study people's relationships with the opposite sex parent. Critical. So what are these 4 unmet needs? Number 1 is love, intimacy, a deep emotional bond with your mother and a deep emotional bond with your father, and the bond with the opposite sex parent is most key. So for men it was your mother, and for daughters it was your dad. If you don't have that deep emotional love, intimacy bond with that opposite sex parent, now you have an emotional deficiency. Ladies, you still need that validation from dad. Fellas, you still need that validation from mom. So when you get older, if you're not conscious of how your unmet needs play out, you're going to become 2 types of people. You're going to be the type, because you never had love from your parents, you're scared of it. Ladies, you ever date a man who was a good brother, but soon he fall in love with you, his ass disappeared? Like, damn, I know he was really into me. I felt it. He just disappeared from my life. You know why? He was scared. He started to feel that attachment that he had to his parents. They cut off on him. He thinks you're going to cut off on him. So he's going to protect himself from being hurt by becoming absent from your life. Fellas, Ever date a sister? And she's all crazy over you over the first day. Hopeless romantic. She's trying to force you to give what she never got from her daddy. Two ways. You're going to run towards what you need and never got. I'm going to make him love me. I'm going to fall in love with everybody in the first day. That's the attachment type. And then you got the rejection type. I'm going to run from anybody who makes me feel like I can fall in love with them. People who guard their hearts. Ever been in a relationship and you try to make them love you? Try to make them drop their guard. Drop your guard, baby. Drop your guard, baby. Drop your guard. You done wasted 10 years in that damn relationship. They ain't never dropped their guard. When you meet somebody, you got to ask yourself a fundamental question. Can I live with this person as they are for the rest of my life if they never changed until the day I die? I didn't say could you live with 85% of them, because we like to cheat and shit. Let me tell you. You like 85% of her, but there's 15% you don't like. But because she almost got everything you want, you try to convince yourself you can do without that last 15. But what do we know about relationships? Problems don't disappear. They get bigger over time. That little issue you had with her, it ain't going to disappear. It's going to swell. Because that's really a non-negotiable for you, but you're trying to convince yourself that it ain't. So you got to know your non-negotiables. And you got to put them on the table early. We don't do that. We wait till our emotions is all in it. We done baked a couple cookies together. Now you got an emotional attachment. Now we want to start talking about rules. How the hell are you going to bring the rules up after we made a cookie? Rules come before. You don't go into business with nobody before y'all have a contract. Contract come first. We want to cook cookies and then come back to the contract table. When feelings is all in it. It don't work like that. And what is one of our biggest mistakes? The assumption that he should have knew that's what I wanted him to do. The assumption she should have knew that I didn't want her to have no male friends. The assumption that she should have knew she's supposed to cook. He should have knew he's supposed to clean. Don't make assumptions about people. You don't know their histories. You got to put it on the table. Ladies, you got to tell your man, in this relationship, I don't ever expect to catch you wearing my underwear. Oh. Ladies, you got to tell him. Fellas, you looking for a real traditional woman? You want her to cook, clean, stay home with the kids? You got to put that on the table. Ladies, you want a real traditional masculine type of man who fixed the car when you got a flat, take out the trash? You got to remember, a lot of these men was messed up by their mothers. They don't take out no trash. Their mother took it out. And you gonna take it out. Some of y'all dating metrosexual men. Not homosexual, metrosexual. Prettier than you. You call him talking about I got a flat, and? You calling me for this ain't AAA. He might bring you to Jack, but he ain't jacking nothing. My nails might break. You got to know what you want. A lot of us don't know what we want. We only know what we don't want. And spiritually, by focusing on what you don't want, you get more of it. Whatever the mind applies its focus to multiplies. If you focus on what you want, you'll get it. You focus on and you're afraid of what you ain't going to get, you're going to get that. The mind must bring to itself that which consistently occupies it. Right. There's another law of relationships and dating. And it's called the law of the cheat. And by the way, my next book is for black women. It's called Rules of Engagement. Relationships and dating laws for black women. If y'all follow the damn laws, you'll get married to the man you need. You break them, and you'll be a statistic. What is the law of the cheat? The law of the cheat, male, female, says that the type of person you need, the type of person you want, the type of person you dream for will never manifest until you get rid of all those people you know you don't need. How many of us like to keep an ace in the hole? You know your baby dad crazy. And you don't need to be giving him no cookie nookie. But because you're single and you ain't got nothing better to do, you stir up his emotions by throwing him a damn cookie once in a while. And you know he can't take it. So he flipped right back out. And you find a good man and you lose the good man. He said, why I keep losing the good brothers? Because you still tied up in not so good brothers. In the universe, they're going to bring you the man you want, ladies, because you might hurt him because you're still in love with that crazy baby daddy. Same thing with the fellas. The law of the cheat. You're only cheating yourself. So we talked about love. What else do we need from our parents? Trust. Your daddy said he was going to come to your cheerleading thing. He ain't show up. You learning to mistrust him. Your mommy said she was coming to your football game. She didn't come. Fellas, you learning to mistrust women. Most of us don't even know that we generalize to others what we learn from our mom and dad. You got to be able to trust. And if you never was able to trust your parents, you want to be two types of people. Again, the type who trust everybody on the first date. You ever date somebody, they want to give you the keys to the house first date. Then you go come in whenever you want. I ain't never there, but you can stay. Trying to force a trusting relationship because you wanted and never had it. And then you got people who will never trust no matter what. Fellas, you ever go to the movies with your girl? Y'all watching the movie? She's so untrusting, and she keep looking at your hands to see if you texting somebody while the movie on. Show me your hands, brother. Show me your hands. You gotta hold them up the whole movie. What you need to understand is you can't change people. We keep trying to change people. You ain't changing nobody. The human personality is largely fixed at age 5. Based on what? Attachment, relationship with caregiver. There's 3 types of attachment patterns. And the type of attachment pattern you have with your opposite sex parent is likely to be the type of attachment you keep having in all your relationships. There's a science to this. You can have an anxious attachment to your dad or your mom. That means what? You couldn't trust them at all. It was not a good relationship. There was no bond. You'd rather hang out with other people's parents than your own. These are the type of kids who get dropped off at the daycare. They can't wait to get dropped off. Go ahead and go to work. Get away from them. Just get. Leave me some lunch money. 5 years old. Leave me some lunch money. Right? That's a negative attachment. Your parent could drop you off, not come back for 2 weeks, and you don't even realize they was gone. Ain't no type of bond. You be that same way when you grow up, you be in a relationship. No type of bond. Hey, honey, I'm going to Africa for the summer. Okay, bye. What you telling me for? Shit. See? No attachment. And then you got anxious. Anxious is when you could trust sometimes, but you can't trust other times. You're like, can I trust my mom today? Your mom drop you off at the daycare? I'm going to be back at 4 o'clock to pick you up. But instead, she sent your uncle. And you end up staying with your uncle for 2 weeks. Your mother's alive. You can't trust her. You're going to generalize that to other women if you're not conscious of it. Consciousness is the key. That was a break the chain. Most of us are slaves to habit. And then you have secure. That's the best one, right? I trust my man. I can't see him. I don't know where he at, but I know he ain't doing nothing he ain't supposed to do. And most ladies like, dang, how can I get to that? Fellas, same thing. And once you know the type of attachment you have with your opposite sex parent, I want you to compare it to the types you had in your major relationships. Look for the pattern. You got to break it. Stop blaming the people you meet. Why keep on attracting bad women? Why keep on attracting bad men? Because you have an unmet need that all of them was fulfilling for you, no matter how trifling the relationship was. And until you stop being a slave to your unmet needs, you'll never be free. Sisters who are victims of sexual abuse, sometimes they attract physically imposing, very masculine men as a subconscious way of protecting themselves from further exploitation from other men. And those physically opposing, masculine type A males end up becoming the domestic abuser all over again. What is your pattern? Why do you keep getting the same type of men and same type of women? It's a riddle that only you can fix based on your personal history with your parents. Most of us are doomed or blessed to have healthy relationships by the time we're 10 years old. Because based on your relationship with your parents, it helped predicted that. So you got to be able to trust. You got to be able to love. You got to be able to reciprocate. Do you know what reciprocity means? My birthday come around, you do something nice for me. Your birthday come around, I do something nice for you. You took me to dinner, I take you. I paid this time, you pay next time. Ladies, you ever date a man, you do everything for his birthday, your birthday come around, you get a text message or an e-card? You're like, damn, he cheated. He's stingy as hell because he grew up in a house where he had to fight for everything he got. If he wasn't home by 6 o'clock, his brothers and sisters ate his food up. Christmas time came around, he had to wake up before Santa to get his damn gifts before they got stolen out the house. You grew up with somebody who grew up in a stingy environment, they don't know how to give because they think if they give you something, you're going to take advantage of them. Traumatized, broken spirits, spiritual vampires. Y'all got spiritual vampires walking around Little Rock. They look like regular people. But they not people at all. They bats. And they come out at night. So when y'all go to the club tonight, they're gonna be looking good. You look like Johnny Gill. She look like Shaka Khan. And so you meet them, y'all start dating, it goes well for a while. But then you start seeing signs that somebody is psychologically unhappy. And instead of you cutting your losses, you say, nah, I didn't put too much time in. And you know what women do? Y'all got to realize when y'all made a mistake and don't make another one. Y'all give him a cookie, find out he should have never had one. But because you gave him one, you feel like you kind of invested. So I'm going to stick around for a while. Cut the loss. You made a mistake. Don't stick around and get done in even more. Spiritual vampires are like regular people, and then all of a sudden they start turning. They get fangs and stuff. Start messing your life up, cursing you out, dropping their baggage off on your steps, snapping out on you. You're like, damn, I never knew this type of brother before. That was always them. And you know what they do? They suck your spiritual energy. When you got into the relationship, you had a lot of energy. You used to go out. After a couple months, you don't want to go outside. You don't want to go to work. You feel drained. Your girlfriends look at you. You got bags all the way under your eyes. He's sucking you dry. Spiritually. And fellas, y'all can date a woman the same way. You got a woman, she keep complaining. Now you're like, damn, I don't even want to do nothing no more. She's just eating up all your energy. She's an unhappy soul. Send her back to the forest where she came from. Don't let them stay in your house too long because you'll become a vampire. What happens when a vampire bites you? You become one too. And then y'all just multiplied all through Little Rock. So you need love. You need trust. You need reciprocity. And you need attachment. Physical attachment. A healthy space relationship with another person. What do I mean by that? Some women don't feel secure unless their man is sitting right next to them. Y'all come to this lecture, your man said, baby, I'm gonna sit in my back with my buddy Ron. No, you're not. I gotta be able to reach out and touch your ass. Same thing with fellas. You feel insecure when your woman not around. You gotta have it when you're back. Insecurity. How you gonna have a good relationship with me when you ain't got one with you yet?
Right.
You don't like your damn self. You're miserable. Yeah. Two unhappy people cannot make a healthy relationship. Right. You got unmet needs. She got unmet needs. Which is why we got to stop thinking that single parenthood is just so beautiful. I love all my single parents. Y'all do a good job. But I want to make something real clear right now. A child raised in the best single parent home is still not as psychologically healthy as a child raised in the best two-parent home. Now, is a single parent preferable to a marriage where there's domestic violence and abuse going on? Of course. But all things being equal, a perfect single mom and a perfect mom and dad going to win out. The research is there. Children who grow up with both parents in a healthy situation, less chemical abuse, less depression, less suicide, they live longer. Every index they do better. But in the black community, we've been doing some stuff so long we think it's all right. Mothers run around. I don't need no man to help me raise my kids. And two of your sons gay. What the hell are you talking about? Fathers, y'all do the same thing. Y'all get custody of daughters. Now the mother can't see the daughters no more. If you ever get my Baby Mama Drama DVD, I don't have it here today. There's a brother, his children's mothers dropped his 2 daughters off on a step and left. Didn't say she was leaving or nothing. Came back about 10 years later, said she wanted a relationship with her daughters. We talk about that fight, you probably Google it on YouTube, Baby Mama Drama. Philadelphia TV show we did, I was like the Black Dr. Phil. So he said, I'm not letting her see these girls. I said, why? He said, because she left them. She should have never left. I said, brother, I know you hurt. She owe you an apology. She owe them girls an apology. We need to make sure she's coming back seriously this time before we let her back in the kids' lives. But if she wants to be in them kids' lives and you know your daughters need their mother, you can't stop it. This ain't about you. Right. That's your damn problem. Yeah. It ain't about you. How many mothers keep kids away from dads because he don't want you no more? Yeah. Right. You made a bad decision, not your kids. Why they suffering? You made a baby with a pimp. That ain't their fault. Fathers, y'all do the same thing. You custody of your son. He can't go see his mother no more because she took you to child support. That was your choice, though. Not his. So we raise our kids up all imbalanced, psychologically imbalanced. You know what they do? They repeat our patterns when they grow up. This is what you got in the black community. Kids being used as footballs between parents. And then y'all talk about each other to the child. You don't do that. Do you know that when you talk about the child to each other, all you do is lower the child's self-esteem because they are made up of both of you? Right. Even if she don't like her dad, you're still attacking her by attacking her dad because she's part of him. You're not supposed to be arguing in front of your children. We love to do it. We even go and argue in front of white people in the school district. I see it all the time. Mother and father arguing in front of bougie-ass white people who don't like neither one of you. And then they love to play us against each other. I see it all the time. Mother wants the kid in special ed. Dad comes in and say, my son ain't got no learning disability. She don't check no homework. He don't do no homework. My son ain't going to special ed. Mother yelling and screaming. Y'all going back and forth in front of the white people. And what do the schools do by law? They side with the parent who agree with them. If the father agree with them, they best friends with the father. If the mother agree with them, they best friends with the mother. We got to go into the schools as a united front. All right. Now my rule for mothers is what? If it's involving your son with the school, let the father take the lead. Because y'all too damn soft when it comes to the school. Mothers are too damn soft. Y'all are, I'm just being honest with you. Most of the time, your kids get screwed because y'all too trusting of the system. Because y'all got a different relationship with the white man than black man got. Yeah. See, white men give you food stamps, housing, poor medical coverage, homeless shelter, food bank. He give you stuff. It ain't much, but he give you something. So y'all relate us, or he give us a kick in the ass. Okay? You gotta understand, ain't enough brothers going around. So even a brother with nothing thinks he got it going on. Because it ain't that many. You feel me? And you take the brother with a PhD from Harvard, law degree? Oh, really now? Slow it down. Money don't make you happy. It never did and it never will. All right. What are the 2 biggest predictors of happiness? I'm going to get it real basic with y'all right now. And I want the young people to hear me too, because I don't want y'all getting caught up in no materialism. 2 predictors of happiness in the world. Black, white, rich, poor, Muslim, Christian. Bourgeois, nigga, ghetto, nigga, don't matter. Number 1, do you like what you do for a living? Your career, what do you do for a living? You work with homeless people? Do you love that or are you stuck with that? You're a medical doctor. Did you want to be a medical doctor or did you do it to live up to your father's expectations? Do you love what you do? When you wake up in the morning, are you happy about walking out that door? You got to love what you do for a living. That's half of happiness. And what's the other half of happiness? Do you like who you living with? What are you doing with your life and who are you spending it with? Them are the 2 questions. If you love your job and hate your husband, you're going to be one of them sisters who work overtime every day. You don't want to go to hell home. I just love my job. Why are you still here? Because I'm a workaholic, baby. No, you're not. You hate the man you're married. So you just stay at the job all day. Sleep there and everything. Got a closet there. And as something to not want to go home. How many people I know like that? Most of us is happy when it's 4 o'clock, right? Wow. They dread it. Because they got to go home and deal with you. And then you got the opposite. The opposite is when you love your wife or your husband, but hate what you do for them. You're the type of people who call out of work, use up all your 6 days. The first month of work, you done used up all your sick days. It's summertime and you done took 5 winter days. You got to love them both. That's why you got to take your time choosing people. You got to study and research people. Because you know we lie when we date. Ain't none of us honest.
Right.
Y'all either. You lie. You put on your best face. It's called the social mask, the dating mask. Ladies, you put on your best English, your best teeth. You feel me? They're very respectful, etiquette, fellas. You open up doors and shit the first couple of days. You offer to cut her grass. I was driving by, I saw that the grass was hot. And she like, my God, I have met a true gentleman. You don't know he been watching Denzel movies for a month. And then we get comfortable with each other. And what happens when we get comfortable? The mask starts to peel off. And you start seeing signs of the real him and the real her. And what are the 4 conditions that speed up the process of dropping one's social mask? Cohabitation, living together. Pregnancy. Engage. Pregnancy, the quickest one. You want to see something switch? Let somebody fall out of baby coming. Bro, be like, I'm taking this. And do you know why? Because once your ego judges that you're stuck in a situation with a certain person, it concludes there's no longer a need to lie. Right. We got a child. We're going to have this child together for the rest of our life. Why am I lying? I might just be who I really am. That's why I encourage people to live together before y'all get married. I don't believe in this. And don't get me wrong, I respect the religions. But when those books was written, y'all wasn't that damn crazy. Okay? Abraham and Moses and them, they had to deal with this type of stuff. This is a whole new breed of Negro now. Okay? This is the 21st century breed. So before you marry, you have to do what? Investigate. Now, ladies, don't get me wrong, because some of y'all gonna say, well, if you can get the milk for free, you ain't gonna buy the cow. So let me give y'all Umar's rules. This is gonna be in my book. The law of cohabitation. And what is my law? 6 months. Minimally. Minimally. One sister said, well, he should be able to live with me for 2 weeks and know who I am. Shh. Planet you live on Neptune. But ladies, no longer than 2 years. If you have been living with a man for 2 years, he knows if he's going to make you his wife. Okay? 24 months maximum. He knows. It's for you to decide whether you're just going to keep dragging along or whether you want to move out. It's up to you. Don't put it on him. You got to say, you know what? It's been 2 years. I don't think you're serious. I'm a roll. And guess what, ladies? Move out. Because if he is serious, he's going to come get you. Most of y'all scared to move out because you don't want to have to deal with the pain that comes from the fact if he doesn't come get you. Right. Be honest with yourself. It's best that you move on and find something else. Okay? The reason why a lot of us don't think we can find what we're looking for because we got low self-esteem. And what is my rule for self-esteem? It's going to be in the book. Y'all going to love this book. You think psychoacademic Holocaust. No, you ain't seen nothing. The law of self-esteem. This is for men and women. You have no business dating if you got low self-esteem. Because all you are is going to be somebody else's doormat. And you should never date above your self-esteem level. Because you're going to get exploited. You should never date above your self-esteem level. Because 2 people with 2 unequal levels of self-esteem cannot be equally yoked.
Right.
If I think the world of myself and you think nothing of myself, all you can be for me is a chauffeur.
Right.
How many of y'all see people in relationships where they ain't nothing but the sidekick?
Yeah.
It's really it's a one-person relationship with like a Webster or Benson or some shit. Stop laughing, this is serious. Stop laughing, this is serious. But I'm serious. I'm serious. All he can do for her is carry her bags. She all the way up there in the mall. He all the way back there at the old store tripping over 50 bags she didn't give. She throwing bags back. She don't even look. She just throwing back. Because look, if I got high self-esteem, I can't respect somebody with low self-esteem.
Right, right.
And this is what I do with my high school girls in school. I talk to them, I'm like, sweetheart, before you say, because not I want a man who's this and he's going to be a lawyer. You talk about a man with high self-esteem. Is yours at his level? Because ladies, let me tell you something about men. We can smell your self-esteem levels.
All right.
Right.
I'm telling you. Am I wrong, fellas? We walk into a room, you can tell the women who ain't been on a date in 15 years. You know. You know who we had home cooked meal. I'm being real. And you get the sister, right? You come up to her, look, don't come to me with no games, because I'm only looking for serious brothers, right? Let's just send out a mother with her eyes is like, please take me. Stop laughing, I'm being serious. Am I wrong? This is the reality of the situation, okay? Oh, we got to talk about number 5. This is a big one, brothers and sisters. Post-traumatic relationship disorder.
All right.
Boom! I made this up. You can't use it as copyrighted, baby. Okay, I'm learning from Oprah. Okay? Now, what is post-traumatic relationship disorder? This is male, female, black, white, rich, poor. It's when you get out of a serious relationship that you was really invested in emotionally and spiritually, and it ended, but you was in it for a while. It drained you. And your ass got a nerve to be at the club tonight looking for a new one. Yeah. When you just ended that one. Yeah. You need time to heal. Male and female, you need time to heal. Because when you are in love, that is a oneness. The two spirits became one. So when a relationship is, there's a rupture in your soul. You got to heal that.
Right.
You out trying to plug the cut with another relationship. Now you say, how long does it take to get over one love before you move to another? On average, at least 1 season. You need at least 3 months, no cookie baking or nothing, to get over that last person. That's minimum. If you was married for 20 years, you might need about 2 years to get over that.
Yeah.
Now some women looking at me like, what do you mean? I can't bake a cookie for 2 years. Shut the oven down! Throw the milk out, the batter, the vanilla abstract, shut it down! And fellas, even though we external, we still need time to heal too. We try to, I'm done with her, dog. No, you hurt me. I'm being serious. And ladies, you are internal. You are internal. So whenever you lay with a man, protected or not, okay? His physical fluid may not go into your womb, but his spiritual energy does.
All right. Yes, sir.
And you need time to fast his energy out of your womb before you put another man's energy there. Right. The reason why so many sisters are unhappy is because many of y'all got the toxic love energy of 5, 6, 7 different men swimming in the same womb.
Huh. Wow.
Y'all not made that way. I know some of y'all think y'all are. A woman ain't made that way. You ain't made to have 3 or 4 energies swimming in your womb at the same time.
Right.
Not physical, spiritual.
All right.
Yeah.
The womb of a woman is a back route to her unconscious. And this is why psychologically unhealthy sisters got to be careful about sleeping around, because all it does is stir up the problems you already got.
Yeah.
True.
You got to shut the womb down.
Damn.
Take the knobs off. Call the gas man. Take the plug out. Damn it. And y'all need to be careful about something. This real rap. It's the research. We live in Western culture. And in Western culture, we picked up a lot of little taboos from other people. One of them involves self-stimulation, where some of us go out and buy funny devices, bullets and, okay, bzz, whatever. Okay? A word to the wise. If you're self-stimulating over a protracted amount of time, your brain begins to rewire and will only respond to that type of stimulation.
Yes,
so ladies, be careful. Because when you get into another relationship, no matter how good you perceive the physical to be, you won't climax because the brain has been conditioned by you, your addiction, to only respond to the tool, the buzzer. Okay? Wow. Fellas, same thing. A lot of y'all like whacking Willie. Beating Baba. I need y'all to know that your brain will rewire itself and you making love to your wife and it's the best cookies you baked in 10 years. But you cannot climax. And you're like, what's going on? It's been 2 hours and it's the best. What's your brain? You with your addiction to your hand messed up the whole connection. So now you cannot climax with your woman. You can only climax with yourself. Do you know that's one of the most increased reasons for psychotherapy? No, this is real. Right now in America, black, white, rich, poor, the biggest increase in psychotherapy is for people who cannot be pleased traditionally because they didn't use all these technological things now. Y'all better watch it. I'm seeing a lot of sisters get messed up like that to the point they frustrated. What can I do? You messed yourself up. God never intended you to be using those tools and stuff.
Right.
This is real rap. And I ain't got to talk to you about sexually transmitted diseases. Oh, you thought that just stopped with high school?
No, sir.
Oh, gonorrhea, looking for that ass. Chlamydia, looking for that ass. Herpes, AIDS, syphilis, hepatitis, warts, crabs, scabies, lice. You're like, damn, this was my night, Dr. Umar. Damn, you messing it up. You better go through that house with a magnifier, see if you see anything crawling around there. Might be a scabies hot out. You get crabs, you know you give it to your whole family in 4 days. You didn't already spread it before you know you got it. Some of y'all getting crabs from y'all kids. They out there doing hoochie coming back. And you scratching all over the place. So you got to scrub your bathrooms down and everything. Be careful about sitting on public toilets. Brother got a crab, one might jump off and wait for you. I knew one brother, let me tell you what this idiot did. High school kid, he didn't know no better. He got crabs, he came to school, he shaved all his hair off. Looked like Jason, Michael Myers or some shit. I said, you schizophrenic boy. And guess what? He shaved off all the hair, but he was still itching. Because what he didn't understand is when you shave off your hair, the crabs and the scabies and the lice go in your skin. It lives in the pores in your skin. And I'm telling you, and brothers, you know you better be careful because you give a sister anything, she YouTubing your ass. They will call you the crab man, $5 for $1, salt, pepper, ketchup. What you want? He got small crabs, big crabs. Stop it! I'm being serious. How you like yours? Chesapeake Bay or Little Rock Bay? So you gotta be careful. And herpes ain't no joke, y'all. And guess who's the fastest growing group of herpes after black teens? Black folks between 40 and 60. Wow. Herpes. I know a grown man just confessed to me his girlfriend gave him herpes. Yeah. And then we got this oral sex thing going on. That's one of the biggest transmitters. Because people got the herpes virus run in their mouth, which could be genetic. But then once they put it on somebody's reproductive, now it's herpes too. Which is a variation of the shingles and chickenpox. Oh, that's the same thing. And you never get rid of herpes. You have it for the rest of your life, like old luggage.
Yeah.
You know how embarrassing that is? That means you can never have unprotected sex again. You're done. Because you can still transmit the virus even if you don't have an outbreak. This is real rap. I'm dealing with it in the high schools. Kids coming in there with everything every day is something new. I'm like, why you didn't protect yourself? Well, I didn't know. What do you mean you didn't know? You can't be putting your life in nobody else's hands. You know how sensitive your reproductive organs are? They pick up anything that it touches. You better get serious out here. So post-traumatic slavery, that's another PowerPoint. Post-traumatic relationship disorder, you need time to shut down the oven and get yourself together. And then we got to talk about the inner child. Everybody here got an inner child. You know who that is? The person you were from birth to age 12 still lives inside of you. Every woman, you still got your little girl in you. Every man, you still got the little boy in you. But they stay sleeping. They don't pick with you unless they see something that they think might help them get one of them unmet needs met. Love, trust, reciprocity, attack. Let me give you an example for the ladies. You meet a real attractive brother one night. Tonight at the club, we gotta go out. What's the name of the club here? Elevation. I might need to slide through there tonight.
Probably acting right there.
Huh? What is it, a hole in the wall? Okay. You said it's a Walkman with a speaker. What the? Oh yeah? Oh, okay. Why y'all say that one? That's the only one? Montego Bay. All right, well, I gotta hit up Montego. Is it a dress code?
They try.
They try? What's the age group? Okay. Well, I'll be 39, so I don't go below 35. 35 to 45, that's my range. You said I'm gonna go to Jazz? What's that, the elderly club? He said go to Jazz. Damn. He said all my grandma's friends in there. Oh, you said all the sick people at Jazz? He said you was a post-traumatic relationship disorder? Go to Jazz. So, anyway, we all got this little person living inside of us. Ladies, let me give you an example of how your little girl operates. You grew up. In school, you ain't get no attention. None of the boys liked you. They picked on you, called you ugly, blah, blah, blah. Now you 25, 35, 45, 55. You at Jazz's. And the spiritual vampire comes up to you. Like, how you doing, sister? He fine. He look good. You like, hey. So the little girl, when you tap him on the shoulder, like, yo, get that. You never got no attention. But your adult mind is saying, nah, I can feel that something right with this brother. Might got a little play in him. The mature woman in you says, pass it on. But the little girl who still need that validation from her dad ain't passing yet. She says you want to get that. And if you want some, you want to give him that. Because I need that. And so before you know it, you done bake the cookie on the first night. And you wake up the next morning mad as hell at yourself. Yep. Because you let the little girl in you run your life. Fellas, we do the same thing. You better check your unmet needs from your childhood. Because a lot of our relationships are ran by our inner child. Okay. And then we got to come to this right here, y'all. Values. Most of us don't even know each other. Right. You keep looking for similarities. That don't mean nothing. Well, I'm a psychologist, she's a psychologist. I'm a Pan-Africanist, she's a Pan-Africanist. I wrote a book, she wrote a book. Her parents was married, my parents was married. On the surface, we got everything in common, so it looks. All right. But let's go beneath it. I like to save money, she like to spend it. All right. I believe in God, and she don't. She think I should be home with the family on the weekends because she believe in family, and I think I should be able to hang out with my homies all weekend long. She come from a big family, extended family. So her uncles drop into the house. Her grandma drop into the house. Every time I come home, it's like a house party. When I grew up, it was just me and my mom. I don't know nothing about no big-ass families. When I come home, I don't want nobody there but me and my wife. That's a value clash. That's the stuff you need to talk about. That's why you got to put your non-negotiables on the table. Like for me, right, when I get married, one of my non-negotiables, my wife got to cook. Not because I think women got to cook, it's that because I don't know how. And I grew up from Southern women. My mama cooked, my sister cooked, my grandmama cooked. So for me, that's my mindset. So if I was to get a wife from Little Rock, I don't want no educated woman. Because a lot of them don't do cooking. Y'all cook? Some of y'all cook. I ain't talking about no damn TV dinner. Hungry man. I'm picking with you. Take me to the projects. All right? Yes. Yes. And let me tell you why. She can cook, make the hell of an omelet, raise them kids, and if I get into a fight, she got me. See, I'm not no brother. I don't think my wife got to have my education.
All right.
I just need a strong sister.
Right.
I mean, at least GED. I do have some requirements. No, I can do what a GED wants. I'm PhD, she GED. And our little kids, they're going to be making the DVDs. You feel me? You better stop it. Little Rock. Y'all better cut it off now. I'm going to tell New York on y'all. But you got to study values. Fellas, if a woman ever come to you talking about something, my daddy said this and my daddy said that, run. 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 Ladies, a man come to you talking about something my mama said, every time y'all get into an issue, he calling his mother to talk to you. Y'all get married, his mother coming over to tell you how to decorate for her son's house. Oh no, marry your dad. You got to keep your parents in their place. And you don't take advice from miserable ass people. I don't care how old they are. Your mother might be 80, but she hates black men because she's been done wrong by so many. You can't take advice from her. She's scarred. All right. Fellas, you going to your father. Your father got like 25 child support cases. And you asking him, what's your chances of being happily married? 25 open cases. We ain't seen a paycheck in 30 years. You can't get no advice from him. Put that man in treatment center. And then the last one is about blending our kids. This is important. Ladies, this is where, when you objectify your son, it can come back and get you sometimes. It's natural for the oldest boy to be the protector. But when you're about to bring a real man into your house, you got to make sure you put him back in his place. And I'm seeing a lot of good relationships get destroyed because mothers can't check their sons. And the sons is challenging adult men, and adult men is smashing their ass and leaving both of you. Okay? Fellas, same thing with your daughters. Your fiance should not have to put up with no disrespect from some 12-year-old little girl. You're supposed to check her. And here's what we do wrong. We don't prepare our kids for the interests of another person. All right. You know when our kids find out we dating? When they see them on the couch.
Yeah.
Or see us sneaking out the back door. You're supposed to look. Mommy dating now. Daddy dating now. You know, I love y'all, but I got somebody in my life now. I'm not going to introduce y'all yet because I want to make sure it's going somewhere. I don't bring anybody into your life. Okay? But we dating, and if I think, you know, he's a good guy, I'm going to introduce you. But you're still my number one. But if you come in here, I need you to respect him as an adult. Do you understand? Any questions? That's how y'all do that. We let them know whenever they just so happen to find out. You don't do that. Okay? And kids ain't dumb. Oh, well, once he falls asleep, you can come in mine. And he faking sleep. And you loud as hell. Ah! Put a damn sock in you. What you doing? This is why it's best to do your business away from the house. Right. Don't do it with the kids because you don't know what type of image you put in their mind. Ladies, your daughters don't meet every man you date. Stop that foolishness because you're teaching them about promiscuity. That's not cool. Okay? They should only meet somebody you pretty seriously. When you get to be 50, 60, you want to be able to say they only met 1 or 2 friends of mine.
Right.
You got to be firm with them because you want her to follow your example. And if you look loose, she's going to be loose.
Yeah.
Okay? Very important. But you got to make sure them kids is disciplined, because if I believe in education and you don't, my daughter got to do her homework every night and yours ain't got to do nothing, it's going to start clashing. And even though we made for each other, we're going to end up calling it quits because the kids broke us up because you ain't had yours in order.
All right.
You got to get them kids right. They will destroy your relationship. And then we got to make sure we let elders get involved in the process because they know more than us. I'm not going to marry no woman unless she checks out with my mom because my mom know women. Women know women, right, ladies?
Right.
And men know men. You can take a woman in front of your mom, 2 seconds, she tell you what she is. She fast. Like, damn, why, mom? I can just tell the energy. She fast. Look at her eyebrows. You know how much trouble we would save ourselves if we just let our parents preview these people? Instead of trying to power trip all the time, then they say, I told you something. I saw that one.
Unplug my laptop.
Okay. Now, we talked about the 3 attachment styles. These are the 4 unmet needs. You need love, you need security and attachment, you need trust, and you need reciprocity. Now we come into the good part. You know what the good part is? The types of people you need to stay the hell away from. But before we get there, these are the 4 things you need to ask yourself when you date somebody. Can they love you? Can they trust you? Can they reciprocate? And can they attach? And when I say attach, I didn't say smother.
Right.
Some of y'all smother masters. Raise your hand, my smother masters. You got one. She admitted. At least she admitted. She's a smother master. You ain't even got to wear a jacket outside because she on you. Damn, can I go to the store by myself? Damn, smother master. Smother you so much you think you're dating 2 or 3 people. Now these are the values. Money. Money will destroy a relationship. If you are a saver, why are you settling down with a spender? Fellas, when I meet a woman, first thing I look for is how many pocketbooks they own and shoes they got. I'm counting the pocketbooks. Because I don't believe in materialism.
Right.
So if it's too much popping off, I can't do it. Well, 50 pairs? It's too much. Well, let's say like from the dollar store. She can shop here all she wants. In fact, I get her some coupons too. Okay, ladies? If the bag get old, spray paint it a new color. And then, ladies, is the law of the cookie. Regular intimacy versus non-intimacy. A lot of married black men are complaining that the wives are shutting down the oven once they get married. That's what I'm hearing from married men. I don't know if it's true. They say once you marry these black women, brother, they cut the oven off. You might get a cookie once a month if you lucky. Okay? I got a lot of good stuff, but I'm going to get to... Sisters, you got to understand, the reason why black men are not in a rush to get married is because we want to be able to provide for you. It ain't about laziness. A man wants to provide. Why am I taking a wife if I can't keep a roof over her head?
Right.
I have to stop separating the political, economic circumstance of a black man from the marriage ring. Okay? When men got jobs, they get married. When men ain't got jobs, they don't. I need y'all to understand this. Like, yeah, the brother's just lazy. They don't want to. That ain't that. We want to feel proud as men that we can hold you down. Because you know how some of y'all is. I married your ass and you can't even bring a check home. You know how y'all tongue will destroy us.
Yeah.
That's y'all equalizer. And y'all got to know how to use it, ladies, because y'all be so harsh sometimes.
Yeah.
We'll get into an argument and you'll just say something and it hurt us so much we just got to stop for like 5 minutes. Like, damn, she emasculated me. And you never emasculate your man in front of another woman.
Oh, no.
Some of y'all good for that. Y'all go right into the middle of the Super Bowl party. And say, you ain't nothing. You don't do that, ladies. Okay, because he might just get so upset that he shake your ass to death. Okay? Don't hit him, brother. Shake him! Shake that wick! Oh, brothers. Viagra. Oh. Y'all better leave it alone. The percentage of black men dying from heart attack and stroke from Viagra is out of control. Y'all need to check it. Okay? All you gotta do is exercise. You need to walk around the block, keep the blood flowing. That's all it is. Problem is you keep eating at the steak place. And so your arteries is clogged up. And you fail to realize that when you're preparing yourself, the blood comes from your feet and your head. That's the furthest extremities of the body. They got to get to the middle of your body. But you got cheesesteak fluid all in your body. Okay? All you got to do is walk around the block. But you don't take no Viagra because you know what that does? It put the heart in overdrive.
Yeah.
Your heart ain't healthy. Why the hell is it going into overdrive?
Yeah.
Ain't no Viagra.
All right.
That stuff killing black men. Okay, here we go. Ladies, these are the types of men I need you to stay away from. Most brothers in Little Rock is good. This is just a few who not. Okay? Now, brother, if I call out your type, you can raise your hand if you feel liberated. Don't worry, we're going to do the ladies next, so let them get their laugh. Because you're going to get yours. So, ladies, we got the pimp, the predator, the player, the couch potato, the impregnator, and the professional. Who's the pimp? This is the man who wants to exploit women for their financial resources. He wants your credit, your bank account, savings account. He wants your social security number. He wants you to co-sign on his car, pay his child support, get his clothes out the cleaners, scrub his feet, clip his toenails. He wants to use you for all your resources. And once he uses them all up, he drops you and finds another one. If you got low self-esteem, black women, you will fall risk to one of these types. Then next, you got the predator. No, I'm gonna save him. Let's go to the player. Remember, the pimp wants you economically. Finance my life. The player don't want your economics. He got his own. He want cookie. He is the Little Rock cookie monster. And he gonna be out there tonight clubbing, looking for another type of cookie. Butter almond, butter pecan, cocoa brown, syrup, sweet brown sugar, hard batch, soft batch. He the cookie. Get him a Cookie Monster t-shirt. Y'all see any Cookie Monsters in here, ladies? Any of them snuck in here? Fellas, any Cookie Monsters? Okay, we straight. Everybody on the up and up. So that's the player and the pimp. And then you got the predator. This ain't no game. He's the domestic abuser. This is the black man who treats you like a queen, and then all of a sudden he separates you from your family and your friends, and he wants to know why you got to keep hanging out Friday with your girls from college, and why you got to go to church with your mother every Sunday. And you say, I've been going to church with my mother since I was 10 years old. He said, but I'm here now. Tell her you have a man. That's right. He started making you feel guilty about doing you, and you buy into it. And the next thing you know, he cut you off from all your social supports, and once he know he got you to himself, that's when the verbal abuse starts. Why don't you find something to do? Why you always home? Well, he the reason your ass is home. Get a job. You gaining too much weight. Find something to do. Why you always looking at my face? Beating you down verbally. And then he starts practicing around the house. You come home from work and there's holes all in the wall. And you say, what's going on in here? And he said, baby, I was just practicing. I got a big fight coming. There's no laughing matter though, because that first smack comes, ladies. And y'all hard-headed, but y'all my sisters and I love y'all, so I got to remind you. If he hit you once, he's gonna hit you again. Because the impulse to beat a woman does not spring up in a moment. It is a seed that was planted. He probably grew up in a house where his mother got beat, or grew up around uncles or older men who encouraged him that physically controlling a woman was a part of being a man. But the seed did not come from that seed. And once he hits you once, now that habit is there, the pathway is set. You got to decide if you're going to walk or stay black woman. And if you got kids, you better think even more. You know why? Because if your daughter see her mother grow up getting beat, she's going to be more likely to accept it himself. And if your son grow up seeing her mom get beat, he's going to be more likely to become an abuser. So you got to look at how you affecting your great-great-great-grandkids, generations unborn, by accepting this mess. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't like white supremacy or they damn cops. They are our enemies. A black woman, you hear me well and you quote me. Until black men become the men we need to be and start checking those men who put their hands on you, if your life is in jeopardy, if your physical safety is in jeopardy, you pick up the phone and you call 911 and you can tell them Dr. Umar told you. You don't let no man beat you down like that. I don't give a damn what it is. And black men, we need to start handling this. What we need is a ski mask club in Little Rock. A dozen brothers, whenever sister got a problem, she called a number, ski mask it up, and go handle that ass. Make sure you ain't got no tattoo showing on your neck when they go. Some of y'all got all kind of stuff, 2 lips with a tongue. What kind of tattoo is that? Ski mask club. But until then, black women, you protect your life. You gotta call the cops, you call the cops. Do you know most black women killed in America are killed by the men who love them? You're killed by your lovers. Which is why you need to slow down. And black women, y'all need to support each other. Come on, girl, come stay with me for a while. You need to put up with this. Don't be like this. Oh, you was a stupid fool. For letting him beat on you. You was dumb. Mommy always said you was dumb. All you doing is tearing her down. Yeah. She's more likely to stay. She's not leaving. You got to empower her. And I know why black women don't call the cops on black men, because y'all know that domestic violence is a felony. Yeah. That'll mess his damn life up. Right. And then you don't want to look his kids in the face and say, I'm the reason your dad going 10 years in jail. Right. So most sisters hold it in. And y'all suffer silently, but it's killing y'all black women. It's killing y'all. In the church and the mosque, guilty as hell. Okay, I know this for a fact, because I've dealt with them, and you tell them about certain men in the congregation beating on their wives and they don't do nothing about it. Well, that's between them and the Lord. Punk ass. You taking everybody's money. Punk ass. You're supposed to go handle that, brother. But a lot of the domestically abusive men are higher ups. See, black women, y'all got this myth that the men beating the women are like the thugs. It's the professional men. The same people you see on TV be the ones beating their wives up. Yeah. So ladies, some of y'all who want them high rollers, you better know what you're getting into. Some of them are female controllers. And then you got the couch potato. Y'all know who that is? A black man who was spoiled by his mother. He don't think he should have to do nothing but breathe. He's really a player, a pimp, but he don't know it. Because this is the way his mother raised him. His mother cooked, you're supposed to cook. His mother cleaned, you're supposed to clean. His mother did the dishes, you're supposed to do the dishes. This is the brother who wants you to work. He stay home. And when you come home, he's sitting on your couch with your robe on, your do-rag, your flip-flops, your remote control, and got a nerve to be asking you what's for dinner. Nigga been home all day. But he's gonna ask you what you cooking for dinner. But like I said earlier, some of y'all like that because you ain't got to worry about nobody taking your man because he's always home with no money to do nothing else. Some women like those types of men because it makes them feel secure. He's home. He's mine. Can't nobody get him. And then you got the impregnator. Like the Terminator, but the impregnator. This is not the man with a lot of kids. This is the man with a lot of kids he don't take care of and don't tell you he got. Say, baby, how many kids you got? He say, I got 2. Okay, no problem. You find out later through the gossip chain in the church that he got like 15. He said, excuse me, baby, you told me you had 2 kids. He said, no, baby, I never told you that. I didn't say I had 2. I said I had too many to tell you about. Too many. Fellas, ain't nothing wrong with a lot of kids. I got 2 daughters. I'm starting off later. I wanted a son, but I might just got to call it quits at this point. I got to build my schools. But I wish I had a lot of kids. I think it's beautiful to have a lot of kids, man. Fellas who got a lot of kids, I think it's a powerful thing. Multiply, be plenty, but take care of them.
Right, right.
And don't hide them. I think it's disrespectful to hide your kids. I know brothers who will lie to a sister in a minute about their kids. They gonna hide a life. You don't do that. I mean, you can wait till you get the blood test, but... And then the last one is the profession. This is the black man who want to make all the women in Little Rock think he got more going for himself than he actually do. Y'all feel me, ladies? He running around talking about I do security for Puff Daddy, all the way from Little Rock. He got an electric blue suit he wear every day. Same socks, underwear, everything. I'm Puff Daddy security. You just don't see me, I play the background. Brothers, be yourself. Don't mislead no sister. Because all you're asking for is to be abused and exploited. And then we got to talk about the sisters. The women brothers got to look out for. We got high maintenance, hopeless romantic, hot in the pants, killer, homicidal, heartthrob, and the home record. Damn, brothers is squirming in their seats like, damn, I done been with every one of them. One brother said he had all 5 in one woman. Damn. My bad, bro. High maintenance is real self-explanatory. That's a woman who wants to know what you're driving before she even know your name. She will not shake your hand unless you're sitting on 20s outside. This was a woman who used to be a good girl, but she got mistreated by men so many times that she decided to become a bad girl. And she only looks at men for what they worth. She uses them, and she moves on. Fellas, beware the high maintenance boy, because you'll get taken for everything you got. Hopeless romantic is number 2. The fatherless woman looking for love in all the wrong places. Fellas, you took her out, 2 slices of pizza, small soda. You dropped her off, North Little Rock, you drove back to regular Little Rock. I'm learning, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay? Then I heard that there was a big Little Rock. So anyway, you dropped her off, 2 slices of pizza. Small coat. By the time you get home, your phone is filled up with texts. Talking about, I knew you was always the one. Because you see, I'm real spiritual. And I do readings in my house. And I had one reading and your name came up, so I knew you was going to be my husband. And my grandma do readings. And she said I was going to marry a man with 6 letters in his name. He said, my name is Mike, baby. I only got 4. She said, but you're Mike Jr. And your dumb behind is falling for it. Hey, man, this girl all over me, dog. I just gave a slice of pizza, man. Yeah, man, got it. This big Little Rock in this room. Okay? Brothers, you better leave her where she at. Don't go there. Take one of them cookies. You're never getting rid of the pack. She will stalk you. She will find you. She will harass you. She will Facebook you, YouTube you. You delete her off of Facebook, and she still got 5 more pictures up there. And you're like, wait a minute, I got rid of you? She said, no, you didn't. I could be Beyonce. I could be Lisa Ray. I could be Kelly. I could be Serena. Stalking you on your Facebook, stalking you on your Twitter, you changing your phone numbers around. Hopeless romantic, bro. You better be careful about her. You in a supermarket shopping, your phone rang. Hello? Yeah, what you want? What you doing in the cereal aisle? How you doing? How you? So you leave that supermarket, you go to another one, you get in your car, you sped off, because you just got to prove it to yourself that this woman ain't accessing you somehow. So then you go to the other supermarket. She call you back in. Ring, 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 ring. Is that Breyer's ice cream right there? And then you get home, and she like, I didn't know you moved to a new house. When you coming home? Hopeless romantic. Brothers, you better watch. And ladies, you can have hopeless romantic men. When you have men talking about something, I need to marry you right now. Anything that's too crazy. People talking about they love you after 2 weeks. You love me after 2 weeks. Don't you believe in love at first sight? No, but I believe in crazy at first sight. And then we got hot in the pants. We ain't even got to spend no time on that. Everybody know what that is, right? She's giving out cookies. Cookies not even done yet. You're like, I just put them in. I just put them in. No. Brothers, get the cookies back. Don't take no cookies from hot in the past because you know that's psychological. You're looking for validation. Pass them on by. Most brothers strong enough to do that, right, brother? All right. He said it's a hard test. So then we coming to the end, y'all. Then we got the healer. This is normally older sisters, but it could be young sisters. They walk around with an imaginary crystal ball, and they think they can rub the ball and turn the man into anything they want him to be. He was a homeless drunk for 30 years. But your grandmom said she could turn him into the next president of the United States. She went out and got him some suits, some shoes. And you're like, Mom, what is Mr. Ray doing in your bed? I give him $2 every morning on the way to work. Why is he in this house? Baby, you don't understand. Mr. Ray fell on hard times, honey. And we was sitting down and we was talking and he told me all the stuff he used to do. Mama, that was 50 years ago. Ladies, stop trying to reinvent men. They can only reinvent themselves. Don't do it. You want to get yourself hurt. Don't be a healer. And fellas, you got to let women know when something ain't for you. Because some women will meet a man and try to make you something other than what you want to do. All right. You feel me? You got to be firm. Sister, that's not my type of thing. You fix cars. She wants you to be a damn pharmacist. That ain't for you. All right. You got to let her know. You're a blue collar man. She wants you in a 3-piece suit. Okay? You might like to wear skinny jeans. If she want to beg you, if you like your skinny, tell her you like your t-shirts extra speedy. Okay. If you wouldn't put on a pink, unapologetically African tee, that's your prerogative. Now, ladies always ask me, Dr. Umar, I think my man might be bi-curious. Bi-curious. That means he's a switch hitter. Bisexual, bi-curious. You got some tendencies. Now, ladies say, well, how do I know if my man, because I'm feeling some metrosexualism, but I don't know if this is full-blown bi-curiousness. So the first thing you do is you invite all his friends over your house. You got to see the whole social circle. If he only let you meet one friend or two, something ain't right. You want to see them all. So the next time LeBron and them paying for their third ring, you invite everybody over. Had hot wings and everything. You want everybody there. And you study them. Go right around the circle. And if you see one whose eyes is wide and their eyebrows is shady, he the one. Because your husband might not show no signs of bi-curiousness. But if he's into that, somebody in his circle damn sure gonna be flirting. It's always one. And you got to find it for him to be. Okay? He accidentally threw your underclothing, you realize accidentally put on your perfume one day? Okay? You thought your lipstick was lip gloss? He said, I didn't look in the mirror, baby. Okay? You got to be careful. And another thing, ladies, if he has a preference for certain types of acts that are not natural and not a part of normal human intimacy, and he prefers that, and then you notice that he only climaxes with that, oh no, that's a major issue. It's just like, brother Umar, he always wants, and when we do regular, he don't, but when I do that, he does. You know what's going on? Bisexual men, listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Some of the brothers who confessed to me that they was bisexual, I would have never believed it if you didn't tell me. Like him? Him. So ladies, you never know. You need to be careful. And if he jump on the bed and open his legs, please move out. Get everything. Get out! I'm curious. Get out! So we got the last two. Homicidal heartthrob. Fellas, this is the drama crew. This is the sister who don't know how to have a conversation about a problem. Anytime y'all have a difference, she want to argue, fight, cut, stand, throw, break, rip, tear, bleach. Some of y'all done had some of them, right? This is a woman who was beat on a lot growing up. She had to fight. So she automatically goes to the furthest extreme whenever you have a difference. Y'all cannot go to bed unless y'all finish the conversation. It could be 4 in the morning. You taking no-nos to listen. Because if you fall asleep on that ass, you're going to pop. Booyah! And if you go to work, she coming to your job. Rollers on, sleep in her eyes, robe on, roaches all on the robe. Your boss is looking at you like, what's she doing here? I don't know her, sir. Cursing you out, curse your mama out, beat up your baby mom, curse your sisters out, and you still dealing with it. Why do you keep going back to that? You talking about some, look, baby, you better stop or I'm going to get a restraining order. Restraining order? I got 2 of them already. Get it! Then she called, girl, you hear this fool? This dumb nigga talking about he going to get a restraining order on me. Would you tell him how many I done had? And fellas, you know what? You must have lived that day. But listen. But brothers, you know why you keep going back to the homicidal heartthrob? But she got the best cookies. She got the best cookies in Little Rock. Ain't no cookies like crazy cookies. And every brother know it. The crazier they are, the better they are, and your dumb butt keep going back, and you keep on getting trapped. And the homicidal honeys, they be the sexy ones. When y'all be having the summer picnics, they have them jeans on, they be looking good, the hair be pow. Like, damn, I know I can't go here. This shit ain't got no sense. Okay? And you can always spot a homicidal honey. They always got evidence. They might have 3 baby dads and everybody named crossed off. Okay? I mean, this is like 14 on the side. A couple bullet holes on the shoulder. You know she been in some rumbles. So you shouldn't even be going there with her. You at a date and she got a damn hammer on her? Like, baby, what is that? That's my piece. Damn, I got 6 degrees, I got the cup. And then we got the last one. Home wrecker. Yeah. Fellas, if you got a good woman, why are you putting that in jeopardy? I totally believe when you got a good one, you got to hold up. Because they don't come like that. I mean, a dedicated, loyal black woman who won't cheat, take care of you, don't tell your business to her friends, look good, cook, you got it all, and you about to throw it away for 5 minutes with this? And you know why you took the chance? Because the woman on the side told you that, I don't want to mess up what you got. I know you married with 3 kids. I'm not trying to come between that. I'm a good woman. I just want my time. And as long as I get my time, I'm not going to mess up what you got, brother. I know, but you know, look, trust me, give it a chance. You might like me. So it starts going. First year, everything cool. Second year, she starts getting a little bit demanding. I need to see you more. You're like, I can't see you like that. You're my wife. Excuse me. I didn't get you how many cookies? I need to see you some more. So now you playing this juggling act, black man, and it ain't gonna work because you're gonna keep on demanding more and more and more and more until you get so mad you say, you know what? I knew I shouldn't have went there with you, girl. I'm changing my cell number. Don't call me. We done. I told you I had a wife. And you think it's me. You forget. Have you ever heard of Facebook? Have you ever heard of YouTube? They got stuff out there I ain't even heard about. And she find your wife. And one day you come home and all your stuff is packed. And you go upstairs because you hear 2 women left. And your wife and your home wrecker sitting side by side on the couch you bought, drinking tea out of your favorite cup. And your son ain't but 8. He in the hallway peeking. And he looking at you like this. He said, and then he on the phone, hey, my daddy tried to be a player. And my mama called him. Look at him, he's getting kicked out. You don't get, look, no black woman is going to be a side woman. They only say that, brothers. Ain't no one, you know how much competition sisters got with each other? Yeah. You really think one of them is going to stay in the dark while the other one gets your limelight? Sooner or later, she's coming into the light. It's not a question of if, it's a question of when. And the thing about it, brothers, a lot of y'all lose good women to women who ain't really doing nothing with themselves. That was nothing but something physical, and you gave them all this for that. And now your wife will go out and find somebody else. And you got to live with that. And he gonna be some big stocking. You don't want to see it because you're gonna be, oh no, not cookie that. So when you find a good thing, now brother, some of y'all polygamists, that's just the way y'all are. I'm not knocking. But if you are going to have more than one woman, let the women know. They have a right to choose. Ladies, I do believe that you have a right to choose whether or not you want to participate in a plural marriage. Yeah, see me, I'm going to have 2 wives. That's just me. Because I got a whole race to fix, right? But let's talk about this. Ladies, this is what y'all need to do. Real rap. There needs to be a black woman conference on marriage with no men, not even me. I might come and take some pictures, but where y'all talk about this, because y'all got polygamy in Little Rock. Y'all got men with more than one wife. Not officially, but unofficially. Y'all sharing them. Y'all know y'all is, but don't nobody talk about it. We just keep it hush. So you say, well, Dr. Umar, if we get along with it the way it is, why you want us to make it official? Because if you get pregnant and I'm married to another woman, my child ain't gonna be allowed to say he mine. And you ain't gonna want to accept him as yours. And you and the wife gonna be going, my problem with this unofficial wild, wild west polygamy we got is it affects our illegitimate kids. I work in the schools with them. Brother and sister side by side, but we're not allowed to say we related because my mommy don't like her mom and my mom, even though they know they were sharing my dad. So all I'm saying, ladies, however y'all want to work it out, y'all can only do that for yourself. Now, I also need y'all not to confuse African polygamy, which is matriarchal, with Islamic and Christian polygyny, which is patriarchal. Most of you have never seen African polygyny. See, in African society, polygyny was started by the women, not the men. It was the queen mothers in the villages who said that because of war and fratricide, in order for us to maintain this society, some women, not all, are going to have more than one. Some men are going to have more than one husband, and some women are going to have to share. Because if we don't do it this way, women are going to fight over the limited pool of men. And that's exactly what you got in Black America. When a woman walks in here today, I saw some of y'all. They come in here with their man. What's the first thing a woman does when she walks into a room with her man with other women? She scans for competition. Oh, baby, we're not going to be here long. Clap, clap, clap for Dr. Umar. We got to get the hell home. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen sisters fall out, cousins fall out, best friends fall out, both attracted to the same man. And you say, well, in Africa, the societies that had polygyny is because the men was dying in war. Well, what the hell you got right now? You got a war against black men. And polygyny was to make sure the society proliferated, to make sure no woman was stuck raising kids by herself. All I'm saying, black women, is the matriarchal polygyny. You need to look at it and study it because it is not the patriarchal. And I'm not condemning Islamic or Christian polygyny. Don't get me wrong. I know examples where it works wonders. But I'm saying I have seen it get abused too because it's ran by the men. In African polygyny, it's ran by the women. Women run that system. So if I was in charge of polygyny in Little Rock, let me tell you how this would work. Ladies, you're going to love it. Fellas ain't going to love it, even though it's for them. Watch. Every sister in Little Rock who's looking to get married, they have to put together bio, credentials, background history, baggage list, everything. And they go into 4 categories. Not hierarchical, just different. A, B, C, and D. So Dr. Umar wants to get married. We're going to have a council of elders in Little Rock. 16 married couples who've been married at least 20 years, happily. 16 mothers, 16 fathers. So when I'm ready to get married, I got to come before the 16 couples and say, I'm Dr. Umar, I would like to get married. They're going to investigate me, my finances, my mother, my father, any pedophilia, criminal records, everything. And they say, Dr. Umar, you approved to get your first wife. So they give me the A-list. These women with no kids. Some are virgins, never been touched, never been married. I choose one of them. I'm good. 3 years go by because you can't get a second until you had a first, and you can't get a second until you prove you can take care of the first. So there ain't no 2 wives at the same time. It's one every 5 years. So 5 years go by, I say, I want a second wife. They check out, they talk to my first wife, talk to my kids. They give me the second book. They go to B book. These sisters who might have some kids, might have been married, they're not virgins no more, but they still got it going on. They got a little bit of baggage. Why I even got to pick from that list? Because polygyny, in an African context, is supposed to benefit all the women in Little Rock. So whether you got a diploma, whether you're a high school dropout, whether you're a nurse, a lawyer, a drug addict, all the women got a right to get married. And so no man can get all his wives from the A list, and no man can get all his wives from the B list. You get 1A, 1B, and then your ass go to C. And if you still ain't satisfied, you got one more list, because you only get 4. And it's the D list. D stand for dangerous. Now, what sisters is in this category? This is a sister who might have killed a couple brothers. She might have done 10, 20 years on the stick up. She might have lost 2 toes gang banging. She might have crip walked a few years. She might have beat her mom up by accident with that. Thought it was somebody breaking in. She might, take a little bit of schizophrenic medicine, Sometimes she snap out of it, but she snap back. She might only got one eye right here. So fellas, that's your 4th wife. But before you go knocking a black man, think about it. She might be your best one. Because when the other 3 don't do what got to get done for the family business, call her. You don't go, send her. Boom! One eye. My husband told me. He told you 3? For this shit. So I'm gonna go to the store and get me a 40. And when I come back with my 40, the back be done. Well, I'm gonna bust a cap. I travel, right? I might want 2 of these. Bodyguards. My husband said, get in one line. Because I'm losing my patience. And somebody mess with my son, I'm in Africa speaking, but somebody beat my son up over here. She got it. Baby, somebody mess with little Umar, but don't you worry about it. How's everything going in Africa? You okay? Okay, well look, I'm loading up right now. I'm going to handle this because we family. And the next thing you know, I hear helicopters over my hotel. I said, what happened? They said your wife did a drive-by on elementary school. But my point is, ladies, if you organize polygyny correctly, most men won't want it. So stop running from it, black women. Sit down with your sisters and say, look, ladies, let's set this thing up so he understands. It's a responsibility. See, for me, if you got more than one wife, they not no secret. You got to get married in the public eye. So if you got 2 wives, the whole Little Rock knows. She yours and she yours. So there ain't going to be no swimming with me because I already know you got 2. And that's just a bit too many because you got a McDonald's check. So you got to be work it out. Okay? That's all I'm saying about the polygyny. African matriarchal versus world religion patriarchal. Okay? Last slide for the night. One of my favorite slides. These are real disorders. I'm going to talk about personality disorders that you better make sure your potential mate don't have. People with personality disorders don't get married or they don't stay married long because people can't live with them. Personality disorders are egocentric. Do you know what that means? That means the people who have them don't have a problem, they have them. It's the people who got to live with their ass. But let's start it off. Dependent personality disorder. These are real. We diagnosed them. This is real. What is you ever date somebody who's like an overgrown kid? They need you to hold their hand. They couldn't go to doctors by themselves. Couldn't go shopping by themselves. Family reunion, they wanted you to come. Everywhere they went, you had to be right next to them like a bodyguard. Dependent personality disorder. These are overgrown kids who are looking for a parent, and they get into relationships so you can parent them, not be their partner. Make sure you're not parenting your partner unless that's the type of person you are. Okay? We got any dependents in here? Emotionally disfigured people? Okay. Next, we got the schizoid. These are people who don't like to be touched. You ever date somebody and y'all lived in the same house, but he had a separate bedroom? Y'all might have baked a cookie, but then he rolled right over and go into his room and locked the door. You can't even lay in there with him. Okay? Weird. These are real. I'm telling you what's out there tonight. So when y'all go to the club, what's the name of the club? Skitsy? What is it? I need y'all to know what Little Rock got in store for you. You might have been here all your life, but this stuff out there, you ain't seen it. Then you got borderline personality. This is the closest to bipolar. Borderline is a person who cannot control their emotions. You ever date somebody? 1 second they smiling, the next second they crying. Fellas, you driving with your lady, y'all talking, she laughing, you get to the red light and you look and she crying. And you really don't know what to do. You about to put it in park and take the public bus because you can't leave. They cannot control the emotional thermostat. Don't deal with emotionally uncontrollable people. Obsessive compulsive personality disorder. This tends to be women, but it can be men. Brothers, you ever date a woman who loves her house more than she loves you? So when you walk in, you take your shoes off, they don't go there, they go upstairs. You go get a drink of water, you need to wash that and put it away right now. You go to the bathroom and wash your hands, you left a couple little drips of water in the sink, she give you a paper towel, say wipe the sink out dry. And you're like, damn baby, this is a sink, I don't care, wipe it out. Ladies, I know some of y'all in here is OCD, you gotta watch that. That will drive a man crazy. You're not allowed. You go to bed, she say you cannot open up the blanket, you got to sneak into the bed and lay like this. You see them with the pillows to get moved. And you scared to go to sleep? Because if you move the pillow, she might hit you with a stick. Now ladies, what's the men version? Men OCD. What are men most OCD about? They cars. You get into his car, excuse me, baby, you can't eat in my car. You pour the window down and fix your lipstick. Excuse me, baby, no, you might smudge my mirror. Don't slam my door that hard. He loved the car more than you. He about to make your ass walk the next thing you do. The damn news said it ain't rained in Little Rock in 30 days. No rain. He washed his car all 30 days. What you washing your car for? You don't even got a job. You ain't even got a job. Why is you washing the car? You washed it yesterday. And the rims cost more than the car. Then he got TVs in the back of the headrest. Car costs $500, rims cost $5,000. I know what I'm talking about. I've been to y'all hood. Obsessed that something going to go wrong, compelled to do anything to stop it. Some of y'all raising perfectionistic kids. They got to get all A's and B's. And if they don't, they go crazy. You're Dr. Umar. I got a 99. And I'm looking at, oh my gosh, she's crazy. What's wrong? What's wrong, sweetheart? I got a 99. My mother's gonna go off if I come home with this test. Can you get it fixed for me? Crazy ass kids y'all raising. Trying to make them perfect. Stop it. Can't even pass the gifted test even though they're gifted because they're so anxious and worried that they're not gonna pass it. They know. And then we got these two. These two go together. Histrionic and narcissistic. Histrionic is a woman who needs more attention than her man can give her. They dress excessively provocative. Our brother having a moment. Go ahead, brother. We here. We family. Let it out. Is she in here? Is she in here? baby, I know you ain't going out with me like that. I'm not talking about just a little cleavage. I'm talking about like a bright pink bodysuit with an electric blue Jimi Hendrix mink on. And some Wonder Woman boots. And some glasses with no frames in them. And like some red hair. Ladies, you ever have a girlfriend like that? You're like, I can't go out with you. You embarrassing me. This is not the X-Men tryouts. If you work in the school, it's easy to spot histrionic women in school. You know why? Because if you teach a 5th grade math, why you got on stilettos? You teach a 5th grade math, why you got on a mini skirt with your thong showing with your baby daddy name right here? And you teach a 5th grade boys. Ain't it something sick about a woman who goes to school dressing to get attention from boys? Because public school ain't got no dress code. The women can wear what they want. I'm like, you come to class looking like this. And you wonder why all the boys are stuffy. Because instead of looking at the math and the crack you, put some clothes on. Okay? Now that's the histrionic. The man is narcissism. Ladies, you ever date a man who thought he was God's gift to Little Rock? He come in. I don't want to hear no complaining about me. Because I ain't got to be with you. Every woman in this city want me. I'm doing you a favor. You know who I am? I want you to go over to Central High School and I want you to go into the main office and I want you to look in the trophy case. State champion, 1958, that was mine. Captain of the football team, 1959, semifinals, that was mine. We got cheated in the championship. Them trophies is me. I'm a celebrity in this damn city. So if you don't like it, I'll find somebody else who want to be with the 1959 state track champion. Ladies, if you got low self-esteem, I hope you never find a narcissist. Because you ain't going to be nothing but a slave. And you know the worst combination is when a histrionic woman dates a narcissistic man. Like a Jay-Z, Beyonce couple. Yeah. Because she thinks she got it. He thinks he got it. And so the whole relationship is about proving who really is God's gift. Yeah. When they go to McDonald's, they're going to go to the Rib Shack tonight, right? Skitsy's, right? And when they walk in, everybody in the restaurant going to stop. Because she going to have on a pink jumpsuit with a blue joint. He going to say, damn that. He just going to put on a Superman outfit. With a cowboy hat. Okay? And everybody going to stop and look like, are y'all about to rob us? And then on the way home, they argue the whole way home over who got the most stairs in the restaurant. Stay away from these people. And then brother, you be like, sister, I don't like the way you dress and I can't take you out like that. She said, well, you don't want me to wear this? I can't help the way God gave me these hips. I can't hide it. Ain't nothing I wear gonna hide it. I tell you what, you go in my closet and you pick out my outfit. And you go in her closet and it's the same outfit, just different colors. Antisocial personality disorder. We down to the last three. What's antisocial? This is when you date somebody who don't like people. All right. Ladies, a lot of y'all get stuck with, y'all laughing because y'all done messed with one of them crazy things. He didn't like nobody in your family. Normally it's men, but sometimes men, you ever got stuck with an antisocial woman? You a social brother, you like, come on sister, we going down to the Afrocentric parade. You know, you're trying to introduce her to people, she's just looking at them like, hi. Hey sister, here you go, you want some, you want a drum? Ladies, you try to take your antisocial boyfriend to the family reunion. Embarrassing as hell out of you. He's sitting over there, your grandma come over. Hey baby, I brought you some water because your lips look a little... Excuse me? I just put chapstick on, lady. I don't know you. Did I ask you for any water? I think you need to get on with yourself. Oh my God. His breath stinks. And you can't introduce him to nobody, ladies, especially if you're real social. Male or female, never date somebody who's not. Too many of y'all dating people who are not social. And you social, they're gonna embarrass you. You gotta go to dinner for your boss and they all white. And you bringing him there, and he eating like this with the fork. Taking food off the white people's plate. Cracking all types of jokes at the table that white folks don't laugh at. Okay? You gotta make sure you date somebody who got your level of class. Depressive personality. Sad ass African disorder. You ever date somebody who always sad for no reason? Nobody passed away, nobody got fired from their job, nobody got nothing stolen. They just sad for no reason. Y'all at the damn amusement park. Music is jumping, everybody handling, and she over there crying. You're like, baby, this is a picnic. What's wrong? Your kids is happy? Your mama here? I'm here? What's wrong? I don't know, I just think it's gonna rain. Sad ass African disorder. You talk about spiritual vampires? That's the worst one.
Yeah.
Ladies, your man's birthday coming up? You want to give him 2 tickets to go see Smokey Robinson? Smokey is his thing. And everybody jamming the smoke. And then you look at him, and he turned away from the stage like this. And you're like, I paid $300 a pop for these tickets on the second level. You're like, baby, why you not watching the concert? Because I thought he would be better than that. Nothing you do makes them happy. You got to realize when you need to cut your losses. Some of y'all dealing with these spiritual vampires, they're going to make your life a living hell. They only came into your life to upset it. And then who we got last? And we're in for the night. Schizotypal. Weird ass African disorder. Now ladies, you meet a brother. Seem like a nice brother. Y'all go out. Y'all at the restaurant eat. At Skitsy's. And you tearing your ribs up. You in your 5th rib. Look up at this. He ain't bit into his. You like, excuse me, baby. What's wrong? You wanted ribs? Yeah, but you know what? I decided to maybe just watch you. I love the way you eat your ribs. Wow. You're like, what kind of weirdo is this? Eyes let me tell you how you know a weirdo. Their eyes is always wide and they don't blink. And sometimes they shave off their eyebrow. Fellas, if she ain't got her own eyebrow, she use the pencil, leave that ass alone. I'm gonna tell you that right. I hope I can talk about those sisters in here. Everybody got their eyebrows? I'm looking, everybody got them. I bet she got one. Wait a minute. I'm joking. She got both. But hold tight. So y'all keep dating. Because obviously you ain't got enough common sense to see he crazy. So then one day you let him spend the night over your house. And you know how in the morning you wake up and roll over? 3, 4 in the morning. So you rolling over and you reaching and you don't feel another body in your bed. So you like, I know this man ain't walking around my house. So you peeking, but you still trying to play sneak because you know you're a little off from the dinner. So you have one like that thing. So you peeking, and you see that all the lights is off. You're like, okay, I don't see no light coming from the kitchen because you might have warmed up some tea. You don't see no light. So then you look at the bathroom, ain't no light. And you're like, where the hell is this thing? But you're still trying to play sneaker, you don't know if he's off right now. So then something tells you to look up. So you, and he's standing on the ceiling looking at you. I thought you were still awake. But you try to act like you didn't see. And so you turn back over. Right? And you're feeling for your cell phone because you know you left it in the bed. So you're trying to dial the emergency 911. Because you're like, I need some intervention. So you're reaching for your phone. And you're like, what? And then he says, are you looking for this? Brothers and sisters, I want to say it was an honor coming to Little Rock. I hope it's not my last time. Normally I come to a city once and then it never stops. I remember the first time I went to Chicago, and now it's like home, New York. I'm sure it'll become the same here. So I thank you all for coming out to listen to me. If there's any way I can help you with your children, please feel free to call on me. Look forward to coming back. And we just gotta learn how to stick together, how to work together, understand all that we have. Before I turn the mic over for some questions and answers, I'll leave you with a quote from Marcus Garvey. Mr. Garvey was once asked, are you an African or are you a Jamaican? Are you an African or are you a Jamaican? Are you an African or are you a Jamaican? And in response, Mr. Garvey said, I would never, ever, ever, ever give up a continent for an island. I am African. Yesterday, today, and for all times. Ashe. You got any more waters or soda?